So, lads, today we're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about Alyssa Thomas, and we're going to be talking about the hit that she got in the game yesterday. And I want to say this right now. I don't care what anybody says, or I don't care what you guys think about this, or what you guys think about me talking about this topic. I obviously don't want to see a player getting injured. Players can get injured on any play. Players can get injured on dirty plays. Players can get injured on nothing plays. Players can get injured with no contact. Players can get injured by their assistant coach stamping on their ankle on a bench. Players can get injured in any single way. And I don't think Alyssa Thomas actually got an injury here. But this is what happens. Alyssa Thomas, somebody finally stepped up to Alyssa Thomas. And it was the Aces. Even Dana Evans. Dana Evans was shit-talking Alyssa Thomas. Dana Evans was going to Alyssa Thomas you're not moving anyone. You're not moving me. AT tried to push right away off the ball, and Dana Evans just stood her ground and just goes, you're not moving me. And you love to see that. And now, what does Jewel Lloyd do? Jewel Lloyd, this is not an illegal screen, by the way. Jewel Lloyd just decides to not be a bitch like most players in the WNBA when they see Alyssa Thomas running and actually stand up. Because if you are scared of getting hit, it is going to hurt. If you stand and use your, if you're able to stand up straight, if you're able to, brace the hit, it's not going to hurt. So what happens? Alyssa Thomas sets the screen or tries to come through the screen. She decides to try run through Jewel Lloyd. Jewel Lloyd does not set a moving screen here. I mean this when I say this. Jewel Lloyd does not set a moving screen here. And Alyssa Thomas, nope. That is just a hard-ass screen. That is a hard-ass screen. And maybe you can argue it's moving a little bit, but that's just a big-ass screen. Alyssa Thomas has spent however many years trying to run through people. She's just tried to run through people. I've seen Alyssa Thomas try to run through players. I've seen Alyssa Thomas make moves with no regard. With absolutely no regard for the safety of her opponents. And then you see here, Jewel Lloyd. Jewel Lloyd, finally, somebody in this league, because that's what they say, they're like, oh, if you, because obviously Alyssa Thomas just plays rugby on the court. And they're like, oh, players should know better than to, get in Alyssa Thomas's way. Oh, she's the strongest player in the league. Newsflash, no, she's not. Have you not seen her get bullied by Angel Reese? The strongest player in the WNBA is Angel Reese is stronger than Alyssa Thomas. And you can see it in their matchups. Angel Reese bullies AT every time they play. Physically bullies her. So much so, the first time they played, Alyssa Thomas was so pissed off that she freaking hit her with the rock bottom. She hit her with a freaking rock bottom in the middle of the court. And that's what, that's one of those things where you're for me, I'm you've got to, you got to look at something like this and you're you know what, Jewel Lloyd, yeah, you're not scared of Alyssa Thomas. Whereas a lot of players in this league are scared of her. And I love seeing this Aces team not only not be frightened by Alyssa Thomas, but just go, well, yeah, you can't shoot the ball. Beat us. Beat us. Go try beat us without shooting the ball. Go try beat us without shooting it. We're gonna run 3 or 4 different defenses. Go try beat us the way you play. See what happens then. See what happens. Do you guys think you can? Do you really think that that you can beat us doing that? Do you really think you can beat us with Ben Simmons? With Ben Simmons? And I mean, didn't work. Did not work. The Las Vegas Aces won. And I loved seeing it for the entire series, how physical the Aces were with Alyssa Thomas. And you saw Nate Tibbetts complaining about referees and getting himself chucked. And I'm sorry, anybody who says that Nate Tibbetts didn't deserve to be ejected, Nate Tibbetts literally screamed at the in the referee's face. The referee teed him up and then walked towards the referee, got about this close from the referee, screamed in her face again, and then got to get assessed a second technical. Like, he absolutely, it was a, we're losing, let me crash out. Like, it was literally just a crash out from Nate Tibbetts. He absolutely deserved to be ejected in that game. And saying otherwise, I don't actually know how in good faith you can say otherwise. But yeah, I'm so happy to see a team finally stand up to Alyssa Thomas. And the referees, the aces were equally as physical. Equally as physical. Like, Alyssa Thomas went and she fouled Aja hard and Chelsea Gray got in her face. Like, this aces team were not scared of AT. I think a lot of teams have been scared of AT in the league. A lot of players have been scared of AT. But I genuinely do think that the Aces are not one of them. I think the Lynx... I actually think the Lynx seemed a bit frightened by AT. I think they were scared. Like, the way they guarded AT, if nothing else, they were nervous. If nothing else, they were extremely nervous guarding her. Whereas for Alyssa Thomas, like, she came up in the finals and teams just weren't scared of her. They weren't. And I think teams that have not been scared of her, I think the Aces have not been scared of her. I actually think the Storm would not have been scared of her. I think the Storm win that finals. I think the Fever don't have enough firepower with no Kelsey Mitchell, but they're not scared of her. And I mean this by scared of her. This is such a weird thing when it comes into the WNBA circles, when you're being like scared of her. People are like, oh, you're taking all these personal shots. No, I'm talking about Alyssa Thomas as a basketball player. Like, if you guys didn't see when, I think, what was it, Becky Hammon said something along the lines of, like, you could make her play football. Like, we don't know how to defend her. She's just too strong. I guess something, and they all went mad, being like, "Oh, that's such a bad thing to say about an insult." And it's like, she's literally complimenting Alyssa Thomas, and they have an issue with it. And yes, Alyssa Thomas, I mean this. Alyssa Thomas strikes fear in opponents, and that is a term of endearment. She is, whatever you want to say about Alyssa Thomas, she's a hell of a fucking player. Like, she's a hell of a player. Like, she's one of the 6 or 7 best players in the world. Even if you want to look at it in the least favorable light, she's a top 6 player in the world. The most favorable, you can make the argument that she's the next third best after Fee and Aja. The least favorable, she's top 6 or 7. Like, for me, there is a clear top 5 players in the world. And it is 3 of the All-W. It was the top 5. It's the All-WNBA first team from last season. That is a clear top 5. And then the next 5 is probably like Kelsey Mitchell. You just never know. Like, I don't think Alicia Gray is a top 10 player in the world, but I think Jackie Young is. I think Kelsey Mitchell is. I think Paige Bueckers is better than Alicia Gray, but I think Alicia had a better season, if you get me. So, yeah. But it's good to see the Aces, somebody finally fighting back against AT. Anyway, I'll see you guys.